You say you don't, but we all know you do. Oh, what are we talking about, you ask? That would be you watching paranormal reality shows, or whatever you want to call those things. Now, don't get all butthurt on me here. I too used to be sitting right next to you on the couch watching along. That being said, I wanted to give a personal rundown of the history behind these series and their influence on how people perceive and attempt to interact with paranormal activity. Let us start with a time period I like to call the holy shit, are ghosts real time period. Being a young lad, there were a couple of shows that introduced me to the idea of people trying to find evidence of paranormal activity. These shows included The Scariest Places on Earth, which aired in October 2000, and MTV's Fear, which aired on September, also in 2000. Being interested in the topic already, the idea that people may actually have the ability to capture and record paranormal activity blew my effing mind. Although many people would now see these shows as archaic, I view them as innovative and not being afraid to try out new things. This was also a time where personal experience made up a large amount of their experiments, which in my opinion is lacking from modern day shows. We'll get a little bit into this later on. Well, now being hooked, I was poised and ready to become fully obsessed when Ghost Hunters aired on the Sci-Fi Channel in October 2004. We're going to call this period the pre-Ghost Adventures time period. This era obviously included Ghost Hunters, but it also included Paranormal State, which aired in December of 2007. The introduction of technology and methodology really played to my overwhelming nerd characteristics. The courage to tell a client they think a location may not be haunted, or offer an explanation, was unique to this time period, giving me the feeling that everyone was kind of keeping it real. To me, it was a time of humble plumbers and innovation. We have reached our final time period, and wowee, things are about to change. While at the same time, in some ways, putting a halt to progress in researching paranormal activity. We're going to call this the post-Ghost Adventures time period. Now, let me first say, I think Ghost Adventures gets a really bad rap. There's obviously a large community who loves the show, but there's also another group who really love to hate the show. Before I get ahead of myself, Ghost Adventures hit the scene in October 2008. With a younger and more aggressive team, Ghost Adventures blew up in popularity quickly. Their fast-paced production and frequency of potential paranormal activity eclipsed the more slow-paced shows. It was during this time that an already large group of paranormal investigators grew in exponential numbers. Unfortunately, along with this growth was a strange set of rules that kind of came out of nowhere, leading to childish quarrels and a lack of innovation. Following Ghost Adventures came a tirade of shows, including Ghost Lab, Ghost Stalkers, Ghost Mine, Haunted Highway, Stranded, Psychic Kids, and Paranormal Lockdown, most of which did not last more than 1 or 2 seasons. Okay, I'm not hating. I just miss the good old days of trying new things and not being afraid to be honest with the idea that we have no idea what's really going on. We want to know, what's your favorite paranormal show? And as always, check out iHorror.com for all things horror.